Hi XCITE Motors. In this video, I'm going to be showing you 3 things to help you guys sell more cars using social media. The first thing I'll be going over is basically what you guys are doing good and what you could better improve on compared to what a competitor is doing in your area. And the second thing I'll be going over is introductions to Facebook's Ads Manager, where I'll be showing you how to really list any car that you want to sell. Such as this 2006 BMW 5 Series that you guys are selling. And the third thing I'll be going over is really how you guys will be making money with my services, where I'll be going over my cost of services as well as the cost of Facebook advertising, as well as how many cars do I have to help you guys sell for my services and advertising to be profitable. As well as I'll be going over the 3-month battle plan to really look at what kind of work I'll be doing for you guys and what you guys will be expecting from me to do for you guys. So the first thing I'd like to go over is before we get into looking at your guys' social medias and Facebook and looking at how I'm going to be making money for you guys, I'd first like to look at Facebook advertising versus print ads and really which one is better. And basically, from this analysis, they broke down how much it costs to reach 1,000 people. And as you can see, newspaper, magazine, radio, cable TV, Google ads, and LinkedIn ads were far more expensive or more expensive than actual Facebook ads. And while Facebook ads is the cheapest, you might be wondering, well, is it the best? And I would answer that yes, absolutely. Because as you can see here, you can reach people based on things such as location, age, gender, and interests, as well as demographics. So as you guys are in a luxury car business, you guys want to make sure that you guys are selling and promoting it to the right people. You don't want to be promoting to people that are broke and don't have enough money to even pay rent. You want to be promoting your guys' cars to people that are making, I don't know, 100 grand or more. And that's something we can target with Facebook advertising, as well as many other things, such as, are people interested in BMWs or Mercedes or, a Jaguar or a really any type of car, really any type of interest. Because Facebook has this, 2 billion, people using their service or their platform monthly. We can tap into those really, what kind of people we really want to target towards. So basically, with that, I hope that convinces you that, as well as, research that you do, that Facebook advertising is by far the most powerful, as well as the most cost efficient towards your guys' business. So, as well as, we'll be talking about how to actually track those and, really what kind of results you can see with that. So basically, going back to the meat of this, looking at your guys' social media and what you guys are doing good and what you guys can better improve on. So right off the bat, I want to say I like your guys' cover page. Really nice to see. You're doing a multitude of things. You're showing, what cars you guys are showing, and what your establishment looks like. So if someone's trying to look for you, they can see, what your establishment looks like. That's awesome. Your guys' profile picture, I would definitely maybe recommend changing it, just because I know that this is maybe a picture of a lobby and here's a car. It doesn't do a really good job. It does, do a job in, showcasing what it looks like on the inside of your establishment, but maybe I would change it and do like a group photo of your guys' employees together, or something along the lines of that, where it gives a little more personality and flavor towards that. So moving on to down here, so you guys have a lot of good information. I'd say everything is thoroughly filled out. The only thing I really see missing is your guys' location. So there should be, I think in either the business info or the contact info, an area where you can add your interests. But other than that, I see that you guys got everything down. Going on to the contact info, going over your guys' social medias, I would really recommend you guys, if you guys do decide to really ramp up to start posting on your social medias. Like I know you guys post on your guys' Twitter page, so I definitely add your guys' link to your guys' Twitter page here, so people can connect with you there, as well as other social medias such as Instagram and LinkedIn. So moving on to your, this section, this is awesome. You guys have a little story section, which I think is the most important part about this page, is showcasing, what kind of values and services you guys uphold to your guys' customers. So that's awesome, as well as like the smallest bit of about information, as well as what kind of niche you're in. Going down to your guys' photos. So I see that you guys, don't have a lot of photos, which is okay. I would definitely, the photos that you guys do have, that's awesome that you have pictures of your establishment. I would be definitely, posting maybe, this is an awesome picture too, showcasing, the cars that you guys are selling. I would definitely encourage you guys to post more pictures. Like we'll go over to Everett Used Cars, and they post loads of photos where they have so let's look at this red BMW. So they don't just take photos of just like the outside of it. They actually go inside and take photos of what it looks like on the inside. And that's what I'd recommend for you guys, to be posting, pictures of cars that you guys are listing. And, a lot of the work is already done for you guys. So we'll look at this Yukon that you guys are selling. And, you guys already have, nice, high quality photos that you guys can just really copy and paste onto a post. So that's what I'd recommend you guys do. Going down to view inventory, I think this is a fantastic page. Probably the best page that you guys, or most valuable page that you guys have, is because it makes it a lot more easier for your potential customer to really find what kind of cars you guys have, as well as what they're really looking for. So maybe it's a coupe, and maybe it's a it's a coupe, and I'm not going to go through the entire process, but that makes it a lot more easy for people to find what cars they're looking for. So that's awesome. Going down to posts, you guys do post. It's about once a day, which is awesome. Or it looks like it's periodically. So January 1st to December 26th to December 22nd. So you guys are, December 22nd. So it looks like you guys are posting on a pretty frequent basis, which is awesome. I recommend for people in this niche to be posting at least once a day, on their Facebook page and all other social medias. And it doesn't necessarily have to be of a car that you guys are listing on your lot. It could be something just really within the car niche. Maybe it's a viral video of a car. You guys just want to make content for your guys' viewers to really enjoy and really connect with. Doesn't have to be complicated. So, this stuff, is still awesome. I'd still really encourage you guys to still be posting, cars that you guys are listing, so your guys' followers can can see this. So, you know, talking about your guys' followers, you know, you guys are sitting at, you know, about a thousand follows and 1,000 likes. I think that's awesome. You know, compared to your guys', you know, one of your guys' competitors, they have a little bit more followers than you guys, but all the more, you know, this is awesome that you guys already have a following. You know, something I'd recommend for you guys, you might be wondering, you know, what this community page is really for. And what I'd recommend you guys, you know, want to do if you guys wanted to see an increase in organic postings from people is, you know, ask people if they do buy a car from you guys, if they would, you know, tag you guys in if they're going to post a picture of the new car that they bought. So this is just an awesome way where they can tag you, and you know, they were already going to be making a post about it, so they're already gonna they're gonna have you guys linked, and so their followers can see you guys. So and then going down to, you know, Everett Used Cars and see what you guys can really model off of is, you know, firstly, I'd like to talk about this offers page. And, you know, this is an awesome way where people can get notifications where, you know, they pretty much opt in, and Facebook will send them a notification if, you know, Everett Used Cars sells or tells Facebook that we're having a sale or offer. And so this makes it really, really easy for you guys to save a lot of effort and save a lot of time trying to get word out that you guys are, you know, having, you know, I'm seeing up here, you guys have specials on cars, and you know, you could definitely make this offers page on your guys' Facebook where people would be notified on the cars that you guys have a special on. So maybe they're interested in buying a new BMW or a new Acura or a new you know, Jeep. So that's something I'd really, really recommend you guys do. It's a powerful tool, and you guys can really just sit back and let people opt into this. And you know, you guys already have a following, so that's awesome. So you know, you're already going to have a you know, group right off the bat, you know, opting in. So that's awesome. Next thing I'd like to talk about is videos. So I noticed that you guys don't have any videos in your guys' Facebook page. I noticed that, you know, we can look to any car that you guys don't have like a video where it would, you know, basically like, you know, give a small tour of the car. And basically what I'm talking about is going down to here to this one you know, preview of this 2011 Honda minivan. Is, as you can see, it's this quick video that showcases, you know, what the inside and as well as, you know, what the backside looks like, and you know, all around what the car looks like without even actually going to the dealership and looking at the car itself. So this is an awesome way where people can, you know, automatically, you know, tell if, you know, this is a car that they would like to, you know, check out even more and see in person. So this is definitely something I'd really recommend you guys do. For only, you know, less than a minute video, I think this would be highly valuable to your guys' potential customers to see this. And, you know, I don't think you guys really have to worry about, you know, doing like the editing at the beginning. You know, it does add a little more touch to it in the editing at the end. But, you know, this is just an awesome way for people to really look at the car from a, you know, camera's point of view, and you know, almost like in a first person point of view without actually being there. So that's something I'd really want you guys to model off of. Going down, so I see that you guys don't have a reviews page. I'd highly recommend you guys, having a reviews page, so your guys' followers could do reviews on you guys, so you can showcase those those results that you guys are as an establishment worth going towards. And the kind of like the last thing I'd like to go over is how Everett Used Cars has a verified kind of check mark where they have verified with Facebook that their page is legit. So I would definitely, go through the process and, get you guys to get your page verified so it has a little more authority over other people's pages and a little more authority over everybody else, because it shows that you guys have, verified with Facebook that you guys are legit. So, so that's about it. Moving on to your guys' website. So going back to your guys' homepage, the only thing, I'd really recommend, I mean, you guys do have a fantastic website, very well put together, where I can easily find what I want. The only thing I'd really recommend you guys do is, so you guys have your Facebook and Twitter links here. I would definitely, maybe put them up here, but that's really your guys' call. You guys are still doing good on just having it available for people to look at. It's definitely not something that people are going to be looking for, right off the bat when they visit your page, but it's still something maybe you could just put up here so people can, look at, your guys' Facebook page. And if you guys have, include reviews, you can make sure, that they're going to be seeing that. So that's something I'd really recommend you guys do. So the second social media, your guys' Twitter. So you guys do have you guys do post pretty much as the same frequency as your guys' Facebook, which I can see that, and I think it actually links to a Facebook. No, it actually goes to your guys' main page, so that's awesome. Keep up with doing this. Maybe the same thing with your guys' Facebook. Maybe add more photos, and another thing I'd maybe recommend is making sure that you guys have a background photo. This is still awesome. It's still like this a lot, but yeah, doing really good on that. Going down to the third social media, pretty much every social media I'm gonna talk about. After this, let's actually start with LinkedIn. So every social media that I'm talking about after this isn't really important, such as Google Plus. Instagram is still very important, depending on what you guys can post, but still very, very important. But Google Plus, not super important, as well as I won't be going over your guys' Pinterest. Pinterest is a dead social media in social media marketing, so definitely don't recommend doing Pinterest, as well as LinkedIn, or sorry, not LinkedIn, but Google Plus. But LinkedIn, you guys do have a LinkedIn, which is awesome. That's awesome to see that you guys, do see the value in making sure that you guys have a LinkedIn account for your guys' company. And really, like, the only thing I'd recommend again is, same thing, going to your about page and making sure you guys link it here, as well as, maybe linking it at your guys' top of the page, or, linking it with your guys' other links here, so people can connect and look at your guys' establishment. As well as, so I see that, here's a sales manager that works here, but when I go over to see employees, it's definitely not the same person. So I would definitely just recommend getting him connected with LinkedIn as well as your other employees, so people can put this on their LinkedIn account, as well as people can see who's actually employed with you guys. So and then moving on to Google Plus. So Google Plus is definitely not a social media that I recommend you guys doing. You guys do for your guys' business, just because it's dead, and not a lot of people use Google Plus. LinkedIn is more relevant than Google Plus, in my opinion. Moving on to XCITE Motors on Instagram. So I see that you guys do have a Instagram account, but you guys don't have any posts at all. Which is okay. I would, if you guys are looking at, posting content for your guys' Instagram, I would definitely, look at, posting just stuff about, the car niche, or, a car that you guys are listing, as well as, making sure that you have it linked down here so people can find you, as well as in your Facebook. I would definitely recommend linking your guys' Instagram to your guys' Facebook, because Facebook actually owns Instagram, so it makes it a little more easier for people to connect to if people are following from your guys' Facebook. So definitely recommend just posting once a day with a car that you guys are selling, or just something cool about cars. Doesn't really have to be a lot, but just make sure you're just posting content if you guys are going to have your guys' social media linked to your website and Facebook. That about wraps it up for looking at your guys' social medias. The second thing I'll be going over now is a step-by-step process that I'd really encourage you guys to pay attention to towards actually listing your guys' cars, and actually getting them to the right audience to make them sell. So basically, the first step in this is when we get to the Facebook Ads Manager, is looking at what your objective is. Is it awareness? Is it consideration? Or is it conversion? So for this example, we're going to be doing a traffic ad to drive people to your guys' website. So let me see. Yeah, so we're going to try to drive people to this website for this 2006 BMW 5 Series. So basically, we have all these objectives, and they pretty much are pretty self-explanatory on what they do. And for this, we're going to do an example, like I said, on making a traffic ad to drive more traffic. So what we first want to do is, when we go to really the first step is making your audience. So the first step is looking at who do you want to target wherever in the world. We have this whole globe to market towards. So I would go into everyone who is not just in this location, but who is living in this location in Linwood. So let's go to Linwood. Oops, not Linwood, California. Sorry. So I'll go to Linwood, Washington. That's interesting. Linwood. So maybe, give me a second. That's interesting why it won't come up. Okay, here. Okay, so sorry that took a little more time than needed to be, but basically, we find Linwood, and let's say, because you guys are pretty local, and Linwood is a fairly packed city, we want to make sure that we're just targeting people who live in this location. So basically, as you can see, we have about 23,000 people that we can potentially reach. Not the actual amount of people that we can reach, but potentially. So the next step is actually looking at what kind of age do we want to target. Obviously we don't want to be targeting people that are 16, 17, 18 who just got their license. Because they're not going to be, their parents aren't going to be really too excited when their kid asks for a BMW for their first car. So, let's say, we want people to be in the age of 30 and, let's say 30 and 50, okay? So we can kind of guarantee that, they at least have a job. And the next step in this, we can also choose, what gender we want to, target. Let's just do all, because I feel like a BMW is both a car for a guy and a girl. So the next thing is detailed targeting. So this is probably the most important part, or a very important part in this process. So we want to figure out, not just, who, or so, not just where we're going to be targeting and what age we're going to be targeting. We want to figure out, who we're going to actually be targeting. So like I said, we're going to be targeting people that are at least making 100 grand. We might even go down to people making, let's go to, between 100 to 150 grand. So as you can see, the potential reach dropped significantly. So now we're at 22,000 people. So now we want to think about what kind of interests do these people have. If you could make like a list of, what your perfect customer would be. So let's see if, there, BMW, if there's any interest in BMW. So there is. So we're going to look at, the people that are interested in, BMWs, as well as, maybe it's in other foreign cars. So maybe Mercedes-Benz, maybe it's Audi. So, all these, foreign manufacturers they might be interested in, that gives us a potential reach of, 30,000 people. And I would even go even further to not exclude people, but to narrow this. So, they must match at least, like we were talking about, because you guys are in the business of selling luxury cars, that these people must have a good income. Okay, so they're at least making 100 grand. Okay, bare minimum. Okay, so this goes, brings down the potential reach pretty significant. So we have about 12,000 people out of, who match one of these things, must also match, this. So this makes it very specific towards, making sure that your guys' advertising money is going towards something that is specific towards, the people that you guys want to reach. So we're going to keep with that 12,000 people. I like that. Now we're going to go down to placements. And this is another critical point that I see a lot of people that want to jump into Facebook advertising make. And so what they do is they just, basically, as it's just it's a small section where, there's automatic placements and then there's edited placements. And what I've seen from my experience and working with clients as well as my mentor is that none of these other platforms really work the best other than feeds. And so what we want to do, I would say that, if you guys do, want to post more content on your guys' Instagram, I'd recommend, doing ads and showing ads on Instagram, not in stories, but in feeds. But for this instance, because you guys don't really keep up on your Instagram, we're not going to do Instagram. So, we're going to go and really, pretty much check off all of these other platforms. And so, and that's typical to see the potential reach drop about 1,000 people, and still 11,000 people. That's a very a specific amount of people that I think is still tangible to really get results from. Next thing, I don't really work with, or mess with this, because I can really accept anybody, using any mobile phone, any mobile smartphone. Going down to the budget and schedule. So you might be wondering, Trevor, what, does this ad run forever? Does this ad run, for a day? How much does advertising cost? What are the parameters? So what I recommend for my clients, just generally speaking, with Facebook advertising, I recommend a starting budget between $600 and $700 to really see decent and tangible and trackable results from your Facebook advertising. So basically, what we'd want to do is, we wouldn't want to dump all of our advertising money on just one ad. We'd want to, go back to the saying from, I forget who it was, but basically we want to make sure that we don't put all of our money in one basket or all of our eggs in one basket. So basically, I would only, put maybe not even $100, maybe just $80 in this Facebook ad. And that's a lifetime budget. And, I might run this, let's do a full week. Let's see, spending about a little over, $10 a day, and seeing where this ad goes. So that's what I'd recommend, making sure that you're putting it, you're just kind of test trying an ad and see where it goes, and without, taking a huge chunk of your budget out. The next thing I'd like to, so another thing I'd like to go over to the budget and schedule is actually looking at, let's actually change the time to that so it doesn't give this error. So let's look at, advanced options. Actually, okay, so interesting. So when you guys make an ad, there should be an option down here where you can choose, what time of day you guys would like to run your guys' ad. So I would definitely make sure that you guys are editing that to making sure that you're not running your ads in the middle of the night when people are sleeping. Make sure that you're running your guys' ad when people are just getting off work, or maybe during the weekends where people have the day off. So maybe around 3 to midnight, and during the weekends it's like from 6-7 p.m. To maybe 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. That's what I find most efficient with your guys, with working with clients and their Facebook ads. So the next thing I'd like to go over is you might be wondering what kind of format, what kind of things can we include in our ad. And for this traffic ad, there's a wide amount of formats we can choose from. We can do multiple single images, where it might be just an ad right here where it's a BMW 5 Series 2006, and then right here it might be a Mercedes-Benz SUV. And then right here it might be an Audi A6. So these ads have a little more flexibility in looking at showcasing multiple cars. And this, as it says, it's a single image. And then single video. So maybe going back to running a single 1 minute video and going around the car. That's definitely a possibility. As well as what we'll be going over is the slideshow, with pretty much taking a couple of pictures and then looping them. And then, with this is a collection where basically it's a lot more pictures. So maybe you can look at, posting like, a full album of, let's go back to the BMW. So maybe this full album, maybe somebody would really be interested in looking at that. But for right now, we're going to be looking at, a slideshow. And so basically, I've taken these photos off of your guys' website and put them in the slideshow. And I'm not going to go specifically in the steps to do that because it's pretty self-explanatory on how to do that with Facebook Ads Manager. They map it out pretty good. But basically, as you can see here, is you might be first noticing about this text where I say, they can get a free $100 gift card with this 2006 BMW 5 Series. And basically, what I'm doing is, why I want to offer a free $100 gift card is to create some sort of incentive or some sort of offer towards that potential customer for them to be more interested in buying this car. Because just showing an ad on a car that you guys are listing might not do enough to actually get someone excited to actually go out and schedule a meeting and buy this car from you guys. So that's what I recommend, just making sure that you guys have some type of free offer that's going to get someone more interested in it. And going to the slideshow, as you can see, it's this quick slideshow that plays, and that's about the gist of it. So and it says you can save links, videos, and posts to look at later. So basically, this makes it awesome where they can basically save it if they're want to look at it later. And the next thing I want to go over is actually making sure that that they're not just seeing this ad, but they see that, or not, sorry, let me back up, that there's an actual landing page to go towards. So as you can see, what's going to happen is when people see this ad and people are interested in getting this ad, getting this car, people are going to have the option to actually click at the Learn More option. And so this is an awesome, way for people to just go from straight from this ad, straight from the specific ad targeting towards looking at this car. And you guys already have a contact information form, which is really awesome to have. So people can quickly go over to your guys' website and fill out your guys' contact information, so you guys can get more information on selling this car. So I'm gonna go back up here. My nose itches. Going back up here to you might be wondering, daily estimated results for reach. So basically, as you can see, we'll be reaching people daily between 100 and basically 400 people. So what this is going to do is out of a percentage of those people are going to actually be clicking over to your guys' website. And I will, not go on my Skype, but go over here and move my face and see that you guys, this is an estimated daily results. This is estimated from Facebook because this is based on, what kind of budget you have and what kind of market data and, what your audience looks like. So this isn't, it's something that, is really concrete. It's more or less to give you an idea on what you'll be looking at for results. So that's about it for wrapping up on Facebook advertising, and going through the step-by-step process on how you can list your own car, and get people to be interested in selling your car. Another thing I'd like to point out again is, or not again, but if you guys do this on your guys' business page, you guys won't be seeing my name. It'll be XCITE Cars. So just wanted to say that if you guys were wondering about that. So the next thing I'd like to go over is the 3-month battle plan, and how you guys will be making money. Just briefly, we'll be talking about a Facebook advertising campaign. But the first thing I'd like to look over is why I'm actually doing an advertising campaign, and I'm not pitching you guys any other business package or any other package other than this, even my premier package that's $2,500. So basically why I strongly recommend you guys do an advertising campaign and hire me is basically because you guys aren't really reliant on organic SEO or people coming from the web. You guys are, but there's a huge gap in actually finding those people that are actually on social media, where the customer is already out there. You just have to really go and get it. If you can imagine that there's a pool of people over here that are on the web that are searching for car dealerships, and then there's a certain amount of people that aren't searching for you guys, but they know what they're already interested in. This is basically where we're going to be, advertising. People that are already interested in, buying a BMW, but don't already really know it, or they already know it and they're just waiting for someone to show them a car to buy. So with this package, we'll be running your Facebook, and then as an option area, we can be running your Instagram ads, like I talked about during the Facebook's ads manager section of this video. And then what's important again is using tailored ad copy for your audience. You don't want to just be making your text in your guys' Facebook ad, generic, or, just buy, this car, or, something along to that, where it's very copy and paste, and it doesn't have a personality behind it. And basically that's what we offer for you guys, is making sure that, the audience that we pick is also in line to the text that we make. So basically, for if we were, trying to market towards people that are, just getting their license and they're in either, high school, or maybe just starting college, we want to make sure that, they're, that the audience is actually aligns with your guys' text. So, or what we talk about, or say in this industry, is ad copy. As well as, we do have a guarantee of reaching between 15 and 20,000 people with, your guys' advertising budget. And I think, if you guys do go on my recommendations of, having an advertising budget between $600 to $700 starting off, I think you guys will see that we will well exceed that, 15 to 20,000 people reached. The next thing I'd like to go over is a case study of an advertising campaign that I had with a client in just last October. So basically what happened was, my client didn't know how to do Facebook advertising. He was trying to do Facebook advertising, and it wasn't really going anywhere. So basically, what we did for him is we started him off with just a small advertising budget of just about $300, and we wanted to see where that goes. And so what happened was, as you can see, the impressions went up nearly 271%. This was an extreme growth in people just really seeing his ad and seeing people. If you can kind of think about it as a billboard and people driving by a billboard every day, And that's what basically impressions is that you can't really guarantee that they stopped and looked at your guys' billboard, but you can measure, how many people actually, looked at your guy, or actually, at least were, thrown the ad towards. So from this, we can see, reach went up 191% with about 16,000 people reached. And so what happened with this, if you guys, want to go back to the billboard illustration, is that, 25,000 people about, drove by the billboard, but about 17,000 people actually stopped and looked and glanced at that billboard and read it. And then out of those people, about 350 people actually took that initiative, took that action to actually, click over. And as you can see, that's an increase of about, 331%. This was the biggest increase among all other statistics. And what happened with this 350 people that actually clicked over is that those people, converted, and those people actually turned into sales for my customer. So that's just, looking at what's really possible with Facebook advertising, and really what's possible for you guys to see this growth as well. So moving on, and I will remember to move my face. Moving on to the 3-month battle plan, and what you guys can really see me doing for paying me, $1,500 a month for you guys is first, this first month is going to be about getting data on, what kind of audiences really like your guys' content and like your guys' ads. So the first step in this is actually installing a Facebook pixel into your guys' website. So basically, if we can go back to your guys' website, I can go to this tool, and I can see that you guys don't have a Facebook pixel. And, if you guys, just going back to giving you guys advice and consulting you guys, I'd highly recommend, if you guys are going to be doing Facebook advertising and linking people to your guys' website, is that you guys, go install your guys' Facebook pixel. It's pretty much this code that you install into your website. So people that come to your guys' website from Facebook actually get tracked. And so basically what will happen is when we go to retargeting is that we can go back and see, all right, people, 35 to 40, who are females actually like our ads most. So we'll actually run retargeting ads, retargeting those people with possibly, a new offer or the same offer. And going back to, to the first month on like what kind of ads you guys can really expect me to be making for you guys is ad examples that we just went over, such as sales or offers, where we'll be showcasing maybe a limited time offer where people can take advantage of that, or just general traffic to your guys' website, or your guys' Facebook page, as well as just general listings of vehicles. Maybe it's a specialty car, maybe it's a car that a lot of people might not see or rarely. So maybe this is an ad choice that we might go with. And going down to the second month, like as I went down, after this first month, it's really about retargeting. And getting data that we can look at and accurately determine where our money can be best going towards for advertising. So basically, we'd be running ads from using information from the Facebook pixel, as well as people that are engaging with our content. So we'd want to make sure that we're advertising towards those people. as well, you know, and like I said, possibly a new offer or same offer, and running the same type of ads where, you know, it's engagement and traffic ads that I see the most potential for you guys with running, because there's a lot of options in the, you know, in making your objective for Facebook ads, and that's what I see, you know, the most, where we can retarget people that who engage with your guys' content, and we can retarget people that you know, actually you know, take the action to go to your guys' website. So and basically from the second month to the third month, it's the same thing, where we're looking at the data that we have and making informed decisions on who we should actually be, you know, advertising towards. So so I'm not going to go over the third month. It's kind of self-explanatory. So, you know, going to the last section of this video and last part is how will you guys make money with my services? And, you know, I'm not here to just get a paycheck from you guys. I'm looking for you guys to excel your business. So what you guys can see from the cost of services and advertisers, it's a, you know, a flat, you know, service fee of $1,500 a month. And then for advertising, you know, I would really recommend you guys starting with, you know, $600 to $700 a month, you know, at least for the first month, and we can see if we can scale from there. And, you know, from the cost of that, from the services and advertising, that's going to be between $2,100 to $2,200. And while that might seem a lot, when we go over, you know, the numbers where, you know, doing some research, I found that, you know, basically the average net profit for a car is about 10%. It might be a little lower or a little higher. And, you know, your guys' average car cost about, you know, $15,000. So if we can figure that, it actually should be 15,000, not 20,000. So if we can figure that 10% out of 15,000 is 1,500, it'd only take me 3 cars to sell from you guys for you guys to be, you know, doubling your money, which I think is very, very possible for you guys to do with the power of Facebook advertising and with the information that I went through in this video. The only thing I really couldn't factor in is financing. So I saw that you guys, you know, do financing for your cars. So I don't know how much money you guys make off of that, but it's, you know, definitely something you can just figure in to, you know, really what kind of performance you guys will expect me to meet for you guys to be making money. So this wraps it up to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, you know, me going through and showing you guys really what you guys could model off of with Everett Used Cars, as well as looking through, you know, Facebook's Ads Manager and looking at how you can yourself advertise on Facebook, and you know, really, you know, how you can leverage Facebook's you know, power and, you know, performance, not just being a social media, but actually an advertising vehicle to use. So my contact information, as well as the link to the packages, is down below. Thank you guys for watching again. I hope we talk soon and figure out how I can sell more cars for your guys' dealership. And so, yeah. I hope to talk to you guys soon. Bye.